Nashma.
Hello.
Hey, Nashma.
Hi, Isaac. Just love to rest a bit in this situation I've told you about. Getting a lot better, but I'm still very easily bit on the edge. Love just to sit with you.
You rest here. What do you notice, if anything?
I noticed that something quiets down, and I saw like a bit of a more practical solution how I move from here because I felt a bit stuck in, yeah, how to move next, how to handle it. Yeah, yeah. And it's moving in the right direction, but then sometimes something happens again. Yeah. I'm grateful to have been able to sit with you
Hmm.
and for all your
Thanks.
support. I'm quite emotional the last month, also very easily crying and doing this time. Yeah. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you.
Thanks, Nigel. Theo.
Oh.
Okay.
Just need to resource a little bit.
Can you describe what you're experiencing?
Yeah, I find it difficult because it's I'm actually flooded with memories of what seems to be past lives.
Mhm.
And it's like I'm not even sure if I believe in reincarnation.
Mhm.
It seems weird for me, but it's very visceral, and it's like it seems like a trauma,
Mhm.
that's very much in my system. And it's
It's it happens in terms of seeing pictures or
yeah,
yeah, pictures. Okay. And then with them the feelings that are associated.
yeah, feelings, and very, very visceral, like very
Mm.
physical.
Okay.
I'm just also curious about your experience with this, if you know if that's something that comes up for people, and how it is it then. I mean, basically it's in the category of old information, I guess.
Yeah, I would say like that, because we have like conditioned information and traumatic information that's been passed on.
Yeah.
But in sometimes with that, our system will, like in dream, will project a picture onto it.
Mm.
Like when we're dreaming, and it has a certain quality to the dream, but there's an interpreter. Yeah, I could say the dream does it. It's like somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's clear there's awareness here.
Yeah.
And then within awareness, there's pictures coming and different emotions, different movements. In a way, it's similar to when we like watch TV or a movie or something like that, because we see pictures and we also uh, have different sensations come up.
Yeah. There seems to be that kind of, I mean, I experience it different from what I have done before, when I've felt sometimes that, oh, this this is like a collective thing or it's ancestral.
Mhm.
But this is very like, it's like this happened to me. That's the
The feeling of it. Okay.
yeah, the
That's
feeling
right.
of, yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
And I mean, I can just tell you though, what came up was I was sharing about this awakening experience I had, and then suddenly um, this memory came up seemingly of having shared about it at another time and another place, and then being burnt as a witch,
Mhm.
and yeah, and it's fascinating how deep that I recognize this feeling from even childhood, and like
Mhm.
many times in my life, like if I'm just truly myself, they
Mhm.
they can it's not, they might not let me live, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's very detailed. The memories has a lot of um, specific information in it.
Mhm.
Who was there, what they did, what they said. It's weird.
Mhm.
And basically the effect of all that is a very kind of core of just panic and fear. And rage. What are you sensing?
Me, there's just an interest in resting and not doing anything with anything, not
Mm.
trying to sense into it or do anything. Just like,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a bit more that both the overwhelm and the resting can coexist more. And also more of the curiosity, like, wow, how does all this, you know, it's what a display.
Mhm. Yeah.
Maybe it's a bit more of as there is resting and everything that somehow hasn't been honored can be honored regardless of
Mhm. Mhm.
who or what or when or and yeah, then there is a more of a, yeah, what you said. The interest becomes more in the resting itself rather than the
Yeah.
content in a way.
Yeah. No, it's like such a familiar pathway when resting and say there's someone or an expression of life that um, is experiencing something that they don't quite know how to be present with,
Mm. Yeah.
to want to get involved and want to try and help or wanting to. But for me, I find that's the wrong direction. You know, it's just like I'm just happy to rest as that which we are already,
Mm.
and from that, then everything becomes clear by itself without a doing, without yeah.
There is such a value though in, like, when this system seemingly can't do that on its own.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's beautiful. I mean, that's what I say. But you know, I could feel like is the invitation to kind of like just dissect or get into it or do something, and I could nothing's moving in that direction. It
Yeah.
just enjoys resting and resting with that in you, which is quiet already. And
Yeah.
yeah. Thanks, Ted.
Thank you, Isaac.
Christine.
Hi.
Hi. Jakub.
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me well?
I hear you well.
Can we just sit and yeah.
Is it allowed to fully enjoy the moment?
Oh no, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in a kind of in a relationship, but it's um complicated. Is is
Man or woman?
a woman.
A woman. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, if we have to use one word to describe the complication, just one word. So just see if we can put it down to one word. If you're just enjoying her, there's no problem. If there's any expectation, you have endless opportunities. So, what's the unconscious expectation in your conditioning around what a relationship is?
Mm. Yeah, it's my expectation is to coexist in love.
Do what? Say again?
Coexist in love.
Okay. What does that mean?
That means just being together, helping to each other, pay attention to what the other needs, and mm, and a strange thing is when I'm attentive to her, like I'm trying to be helpful because she's going through, it seems, I don't know what is happening, but like emotional problems she's going through, and sometimes it feels like it's because of me. Like I'm trying to give her my expectation is just to, you know, just to be the best friends and help each other, and but the more sometimes the more I'm trying to be for her, then she's going back, and then I cannot, it seems I cannot do anything about it, then I go away and then she comes back, and it's crazy to me, like why is this happening?
Okay, so let's just play here. Here's Isaac and Yaakov, right? Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
we're here now. So
Mm-hmm.
let's try put that filter on this moment now.
Okay.
Let's be friends.
Mm-hmm.
We be friends, and so first we got to, what does that mean?
That if I need mm, that you can count on me and I can count on you.
So what does that mean?
Yeah.
So at this moment,
Mm-hmm.
do we need that filter that we can count on each other, or can we just rest here?
Well, we can just rest.
Okay, so now, and let's add in now, in the resting, that we can count on each other, then what happens?
I can just count on myself.
No, what happens when we have this idea of counting on each other? We can count on each other. So we're resting, and then somehow we get this great idea, okay, that I want that we can count on each other. So we're just looking to see what happens. Yeah? Maybe nothing. Maybe it gets fantastic. We feel, wow, this is really now, this is fantastic. We should write a book or something.
The right thing probably is that I'm still available for you, but if you don't want it, it's okay.
Okay, so what is, if we, so you understand the invitation, we're here, we're resting together, then we get this idea now that we want to count on each other.
Mm-hmm.
What happens? Just that little idea, one little sweet idea. Does it bring peace and love and beauty, or does it bring something different? What happens? We're just looking together, yeah, just for fun. Just for fun. Okay, let's go to the gallery view. Are you on a device you can see everybody?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to gallery view. Okay. Does anybody else know this filter of counting on somebody? Okay, so now we can make this a group exploration. What happens when we have this idea that counting on each other? What happens?
Bondage. There is bondage.
Bondage. Okay, cool.
In me, it makes a movement like grabbing something. Grabbing, come here.
Grabbing something. Okay, yeah. Anybody else?
Yeah, there's kind of the immediate fear of maybe I can't count on the other, like this.
Okay, so it brings up fear immediately, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And what's going to be the judge of whether you can count, if that bargain is being lived into? You know, it's like something's going to measure that, yeah? Because if we're going from no measurement to measuring, now we've got to measure and see. Okay, can I count on you? And if I can't count on you, then I have to do what has to happen? Come on, you guys are experts in this. what happens?
For me, it's quite a stress because suddenly I have to live up to some expectations.
Absolutely, no doubt. Definitely, it's definitely going to be a little bit stressful, or a lot stressful. But it's a nice idea, right? You can count on someone. You can just speak. You don't have to raise your hand. Just...
It also becomes a kind of duty.
A duty.
And with this, it can easily be kind of unfree and not anymore out of the moment if I want to attend that thing or not. And then it becomes resistance, and then it becomes actually separation.
And then who do we blame for that? Who do we blame for that?
Usually the other one. I was so accountable.
Yeah, usually the other person. Okay, cool. Such a familiar movement, huh? And it seems like such a nice idea, like I want to be able to count on you. And we just looking at, if there's a difference, just with resting together and enjoying, or I guess, or the story of looking through a filter. It's just a filter. It's just a thought. I want to be able to count on you. Otherwise, why should we be together if I can't count on you? Yeah. What can we truly count on? Maybe that's also a good exploration. What can we count on?
I guess nothing.
And how's that when you don't count on anything?
I always get disappointed.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Expectation and disappointment are very strongly
Yes,
connected. Yeah.
I know that one very well. Yes.
Yeah, I think we all do, yeah.
Ah,
Mm. It's an interesting inquiry in a certain way, yeah, because it's a whole universe is counting on someone, yeah. Like so many different threads that come into view just when you're looking through that filter. It's not right or wrong or good or bad. We're just looking to see what happens. That's all. So yeah, let's just play a little. Can we count on ourselves, whatever our self is?
It's the same stress, actually. It's the same universe of just tension, just far away from resting. It's actually the opposite from.
It's the opposite, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Mm.
yeah, I'm just often surprised how I act. I mean, I plan something, how I do something. I'm teacher, so I plan things. And then I hear myself say things like, who, and then I wonder, who's that lady? It can't be me. So,
Yeah, for character, conditioned character, yeah.
yeah, and also suddenly some wisdom comes out and I think, oh wow, I didn't know that. So,
Yeah.
but exactly these old patterns, and I know them, can't do anything about them.
Yeah.
And all I can do is try to find peace with those things. But even that, I just, you know, life becomes a little bit more chaotic, it seems. So,
I mean, it's, you know, to me, it's just, how can I say it? It's interesting to take a look at some of the things that are so familiar to us. You know, we move into, we have a nice connection with someone, and then, okay, now we move, because it's enjoyable, it wants to move into what we're going to call a relationship. And then you start to watch all the subtle or not so subtle ideas around what that means, other than just relating. You know, it's just like, Andrea, can you just speak? It doesn't matter if you turn your thing on, just turn your mic on for a moment and speak. Andrea? Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay. My English is not so good. I'm from Germany,
No
and
worries.
I'm not sure if I understand the question right. I think you ask when I count on someone, what does this mean?
Yes.
And I think for me it's so, when I can count on someone, then the other one is there for me with his or her presence when I need him or her. That the other one is present. He can see
Yeah. So
me.
when we have that idea that someone is going to be there for us when we need them, just that idea, what happens?
It's a relief. I can relax with my emotions when someone
No, that's not true, Andrea.
no?
If someone is present with you,
Yes.
yes, that works. But if you have an expectation that they're going to be,
Okay.
and that's the deal. Now,
Okay.
you know, I'll be present with you, and you have to be present with me. So we
Okay.
make a deal. We make a deal. Now, I'll be present for you, and you'll be present for me. Yeah, so now we know we're not just resting anymore. Now we've got a deal, yeah?
Yeah.
And so what does looking through the filter of that deal do? You say it gives you relaxation.
Yes.
Okay. To me, it seems exactly the opposite.
Okay. Yeah, that's if someone is there for me, or if I be there
Yeah,
for
they may be there, but they can't. You can't guarantee that you'll be there for someone. You might have a headache. You might.
Yes.
You just don't know what's going to happen. You can't even guarantee you're going to be there for yourself.
Yes.
But when we have the expectation, then if somebody's not there for you when you need them, then we're upset.
Yes, or sad. I'm sad if someone is
sad. Yes, yeah. And we're sad or upset, and yeah. So Jakob, you started all this. How does it seem to you now?
Yeah, more clear.
Clear, yeah. I mean, you know, look, it's interesting just to you know, you have a common interest, and the interest is to meet beautifully, if it's possible. It might not always be possible, you know, an upset comes and all of a sudden, you know, it's the way the meeting happens is through the filter of that upset. But even in even in an upset, you know, it can be like, oh wow, there's an upset coming. Can we explore this together? And the answer will be yes or no. No guarantee.
Mm. It's really strange to me how deceiving that can be.
Yeah, for sure. Good intention, and really, because we're so used to it, we don't really look. We've gone from fire to, man, it's raining, it's just pouring down. It's great. We've had, I don't know how you measure it, and you measure rain in millimeters or centimeters? I think millimeters, right? We've had about 90 millimeters of rain in the last 24 hours. That's that's quite a bit, right? But yet in
Yeah.
Micah took a walk through the nature reserve, and there's still, with that much rain, there's still some places where the fire is burning under the ground. It's amazing. Anyway, it's beautiful just to see, you know, we come with good intention, and if it's been like something that has never been explored, we find ourselves in all kinds of difficulty, and we don't know quite what happened. Because we like someone, and suddenly we're having all kinds of strange dynamics, and we don't know how it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, because as soon as there's expectation, there's going to be hurt, there's going to be upset, there's going to be anger, there's going to be sadness, there's going to be betrayal. The whole story.
Mm. Thank you, Isaac.
Thank you. But then this, you know, it plays the same in all of us, and you know, it's that's why it's useful to explore it together, in my view. Did anyone give me value from that exploration? Maybe someone did. Seems like a few people. So.
With that issue spoken, I have that parallel thing with Germans, and the German, they say Staatsräson, that we should in any case support Palestine, not Palestine, Israel, in any case, no matter what. So it becomes this, we support, yeah, we are totally, fully in support, even would, if it costs our life, and if this happens, then it can be so much misused in a way also, that it becomes kind of mafia style and the opposite of that what could be the good intention in it.
Yeah. You know, this is the thing. It's like, okay, we're watching something, we don't know what's going on there. You know, there's so many things that are weird about it. I mean, if you start looking, I've seen a number of people that are really knowledgeable say it's impossible that Hamas could have come across the border like that. It's for 7 hours. It's not possible. So somehow that was like a false flag operation or something like that. That's some people say it like that. But then, you know, then other people are saying, okay, is it Hamas and Israel, or is it a bigger story, you know, between Iran and we don't know what the full story is. All we know is that a lot of women and children are getting killed, and people are being righteous and supporting, and you know, really everyone just wants to live in peace. But yet, you know, it's like war is a very profitable business, and so oftentimes in wars, the people that make the weapons are selling to both sides, and I mean, it's just, and so, but yet somehow we want to feel like we're the right, and we're on the side of God. You know, always you see when people are going into battle, both sides are praying to God to support them, because they God has to be on our side. I mean, to me, it's a funny movie. You know, all I look at, I go, ignorance and stupidity, and yeah.
And it is also how you see it in the small, like in the big. So once you said that it might be really a lot of people killed in relationship because of that. I could not count on you anymore. Now you suddenly have another lover, and
well, I mean, that's actually true. The most murders are happen within intimate relations. That's a statistical fact. So we can see how it plays in the individual scale, you know, and you know, like ping pong. Oh, you hurt me, now you know, then something has to hurt back, and then now something has to hurt back bigger. You know, it's crazy, and so we're watching the same thing play out, except, you know, with kids that have very big toys, airplanes, and you know, but ultimately it's like, if I ask the question, does punishment work? Does sending people to prison stop people from committing crimes?
not at all.
And when they come out of prison, have they learned a lesson, or do they just become better criminals? We know it doesn't work. Punishment does never work. If you hit a child, you're just teaching them to hit. So, does punishment work? I don't think in the last million times mankind has tried it, womankind has tried it, it's ever worked once, but let's try it one more time. Maybe this time it'll work. It's just, so how do you deal with, you know, circumstances where people have ideas and they're acting in ways that hurts other people? How do we deal with that? Because that's what we're talking about. How do we be in peace? How do we invite peace? How do we be the peace in which something new can happen? Something, yeah. Anyway, that's my question.
And it seems to be much easier to be on the victim side. Whatever did that to me.
Yeah, I don't know if it's easier, I see it.
For me, I think it's easier than to say I hit him first or whatever, And why I hit him is also interesting. I don't want to hit someone, but also.
Yeah.
I could see that now with Jakob, that like, I don't know what happened and she is so mad but then when we look deeper, there is this, there was maybe a raw, undiscovered idea that is not true to love or to peace.
Yeah. So I'm glad you bring it up because I think this is on everybody's mind. We're looking, Russia and Ukraine, and I think at the moment there's 16 wars going on the planet. It's like, well, what's it going to take to come out of that level of consciousness that just is playing like that? It seems. That's interesting to me, I could say it like that. I don't think taking sides or standing with or any of that is helpful in my view, anyway. But just my view.
Yeah. Thank you, Isaac.
Yeah, thank you. And if you don't have to agree with me. If you have a different viewpoint, it's fine. But don't.
Isaac, can you speak again, please?
Sure.
No,
Does that help?
No, I see Swaha.
Okay, and now I'll keep talking.
Still
So just pin me if you can, but don't go into my picture.
I try. One moment.
Go into my picture in the top right-hand corner. There's 3 little dots.
I have to find you on the gallery. One moment.
Okay, I'll wave my hand.
So good. Okay.
You found me. Okay.
Oh God, my God! Yes, I do everything wrong.
No, it's okay. Take your time. In the top right-hand corner of my picture, there should be 3 little dots. If you click on those dots.
Now I have you. Yeah.
Got it. Good. Okay.
So everything is gone because of the technique.
No problem.
No.
Take your time. It'll come back.
Yeah.
Or not.
No, I really love also to say something about the exploration with Jakob, because before there was such a tension again in the system of not able to rest, again, like not able to just poof. And with this exploration, it became so clear that this pull, this Spannung, something wanting to rest or the interest of resting, but all the conditioning of expectation or being there for somebody, it felt like it was so strong before. It was shortly when you was with Christine, it felt like a energetically vomiting, like for a moment, because it sits so deeply in the tissue, this being there for somebody or but now there's more interest for resting. So please, and I like to lay just, and if it's fine, if it's not an expectation to rest with you. Isaac, it becomes so easy. Even if something comes up, it becomes so easy. It's so beautiful. Oh. I don't know what happens. Oh. Ah. Mm. Thank you. Mm. Mm. Mm.
Thank you.
Oh no.
This guy.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi, this guy.
Yes, what comes to my mind is it's also hard to not depend on anything and no one. So everything is uncertain. It's not so funny. I don't know why I'm laughing. A strange world we live in.
Yeah.
But it's true. I notice it in my own life.
You know, there's a habit of trying to control and trying to be certain and stuff, and it's not. All that brings us stress and suffering. Yeah. And it's a habit. It doesn't, I mean, you know, we can look at our own experience and see that it's crazy, but yet the habit is strong, you know, to want to know or to want to control or whatever it is.
Wanting to control the other person.
or ourselves.
Or ourselves.
Or life. Yeah. Yeah.
But in a way, life always gives me the opportunity to let go or to not
exactly.
control or to see it goes different. Or It's- yeah.
And just rest.
Mm. Mm.
Nothing to do and no one to do it.
No.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just waves on the ocean.
Thanks, Lisa. When does the time change in Europe?
It's in the night of Saturday on Sunday.
Okay, so
And
then the meeting on Sunday then will be at 9 o'clock for Europeans.
for Europeans, this Sunday, starting this Sunday, it will be from 9 to 11.
Fantastic, great. Yeah. It'll stay the same in Australia, so that's not changing, but in Europe it changes. Oh, Daphne.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Sorry, I make you still small.
No worries.
Hi.
Hi.
My internet has been very bad the last 2 weeks. That's why it didn't really work to join the meetings.
Wow.
Yeah.
German internet is not, you can't count on it.
Say again?
German internet, you can't count on it.
Ah, exactly. Good to see you.
Just get to rest and let the love flow. Eh?
Thank you for your beautiful and loving attention.
Thank you too. You too. Lee, you were the host tonight? Or Bus? Bus. Thanks, Bus. Thanks, beloveds. Let there be peace and love amongst all beings of the universe. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Love to you all.